Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Marketing Week Live 2014 VIP launch event. It's the official launch of our 2014 campaign. And it allows me to present our strategic direction to you and highlight the 5 main changes that we're implementing to ensure that we continue or improve the lead generation that we afford you and also the return on investment from the exhibition. Of course, the most powerful USP for Marketing Week Live is the fact that it forms part of this prestigious media family. It gives the brand Marketing Week Live great heritage and respect. Also, it gives us a superb route to market. Our brands and our products speak to the marketing community on an hourly, daily, weekly, monthly and annual basis. We're very fortunate with Marketing Week Live because we're part of this family of prestigious brands and routes to market. The collective power of this family has 35 senior journalists and researchers who are talking to the market day in, day out. And of course, this gives us a great advantage as an exhibition to really understand the DNA of our audience. So, what's the next phase of the Marketing Week Live success story? Well, I like to think we've been quite successful over the last 4 years, but we strive to be better and better year after year. We can absolutely aim to improve the return on investment for our exhibitors and our sponsors every year. So in line with that, we've set ourselves 2 core objectives for 2014, which drives value for our exhibitors and generates a greater return on investment. Firstly, increase the number of senior marketeers attending the event. The greater number of these people that we bring to the show, the more opportunities you have to engage in profitable dialogue and generate increased turnover and return on investment through your experience with Marketing Week Live. Secondly, raise supplier selection higher up the visitor's agenda. Through our research, we know that one of the main challenges that senior marketers face is how and where and who with they spend their budgets. Supplier selection will run through our campaign like never before, and you will hear this phrase a lot throughout my presentation. Learn in the conference, benchmark and source and spend on the show floor. So let's look at senior marketeers. I think a believable organiser needs to define what senior means. We need to tell you the sources of our data, how we understand them, and then how we can share that knowledge in order to help you engage with these senior marketeers. So let me answer some of those questions. Firstly, how are we defining senior? Okay, so anybody with group, global, chief or director in their job title is part of our senior pot. Any marketing manager or brand manager who works for one of our top 500 lists of businesses that we are targeting that are comprised of global household names, global businesses with huge budgets but are not household names, FTSE lists and Sunday Times top track lists, they form our senior data pot. So what about our existing data sources? Well, we're very fortunate because Marketing Week Live is part of this media family at Centaur. We have unrivaled data because it's being cleaned and spoken to and communicated to on an hourly basis. How do we understand their biggest challenges? As I keep saying, unless we understand the challenges of senior marketeers and understand what keeps them awake at night, we won't understand what we need to put into the show to make sure that they leave their offices and come and engage with our exhibitors. We are just about to launch a new piece of research going to senior marketeers, which is all around who would you like to source from? What sort of suppliers are you looking for? How do you source? How do you purchase? What is the purchasing process? What is your relationship with other departments, such as procurement, such as IT? And of course, what keeps you awake at night now? And what do you think the challenges will be in 12 and 24 months? But wouldn't it be amazing if we shared some of that knowledge with you? And that's exactly what we're going to do for 2014. We can start circulating, if you like, DNA profiles of certain categories of visitor. And this will be absolutely invaluable for you to understand how you should set your show objectives, how you should do your pre-show marketing, how you then execute yourself on your stand or via your sponsorship, and then most importantly, how you follow up post-show to ensure those conversations turn into profit. We have 5 significant improvements, initiatives that we are launching today. So I want to run through those with you. Challenge, not channel. Have an opinion and drive an agenda. If we are to retain our existing audience, and if we are to increase the percentage in the numbers of senior budget holders that are coming to Marketing Week Live, we need to intellectually reposition the event slightly. Well, we believe we are entering a significant new era of marketing, an era that is challenge-led, not channel-led, where silos no longer exist and the lines are blurred. So we believe first there was marketing, then digital came along and smashed it into 1,000 disciplines, exciting but fragmented and inefficient. And now it's all about the reintegration of marketing, marketing without delineation. So we want to map the show out to the brain of the marketeer. You know, we need to speak in their language rather than ours, challenge rather than channel. Our understanding of the modern marketeer is that if you looked into their brain, they largely tackle 4 significant challenges. How do I understand my customers? How do I engage them? How do I convert them from browsers to buyers? And how do I leave them with a memorable experience? So 8 zones becomes 4, insight becomes understand, digital data and customer loyalty becomes engage, retail becomes convert, and live becomes experience. Promotional merchandise becomes personality and is a visitor attraction alongside our career and skills centre and our agency feature. How amazing will it be so that you're conversing with marketeers around how you can help them overcome their challenge rather than simply sell a channel. And I think this will lead to longer lasting and profitable relationships. The second big change is our conference programme. Our conference programme has always delivered and been a main driver of some of our visitors. But we need to make it more relevant, more focused and challenge-led rather than channel-led. Each conference will tackle the same 6 biggest challenges that we have identified through our research with our marketeers, but they will tackle them from 4 very different perspectives. So Superstage, strategy, looks at the big picture. Futures looks at what that challenge might look like in 12-24 months. Best practice says this is how to tackle that challenge right here, right now in the best way. And Real Life takes global brands and says, this is how we've taken this challenge, this is what we've done, and this is what we've learned. We are matching delegate seniority to content. So 2 sessions per day, per conference, will be for our senior delegates only. We are also closer aligning our conferences with our exhibitors. In the past, I sort of think we've had loads of good content going on, and then we've had loads of great exhibitors, but the two never really meet. This year, it's all about learning in the conference and sourcing suppliers on the show floor. For me, one of the most exciting developments for 2014 is moving supplier selection higher up the visitor's agenda. We wish to increase the amount of leads you generate, the amount of turnover you generate, and the amount of return on investment you get from your investment in Marketing Week Live. So there are 2 main ways in which we are moving supplier selection up the agenda. Firstly, it will be a much more prominent position within our communication strategy. We will clearly promote the show as a journey, learn in the conference, source and benchmark suppliers on the show floor, and then network in the other forums that we provide. So secondly, how else are we raising supplier selection up the agenda? Well, it's going to play a much more prominent role in our conference programme. All supplier selection themed sessions will take place in the morning, and delegates will be actively encouraged to go and take their learnings onto the show floor and source and benchmark suppliers. So fourthly, peer-to-peer networking. Alongside dedicated conference content for senior marketeers, they really want to meet each other over a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. So now there'll be networking sessions after some of the dedicated conference sessions. We'll provide drink and light refreshments, and the speaker of that session will be there to network also. So fifth and finally, Club W14. So think quintessentially and think Virgin Club class, and that is exactly what we're offering, 500 of the most desirable marketeers in the UK. So those are our big 5 changes that we're implementing for 2014, and I believe this is the impact that they will have on our product. You know, I believe that Marketing Week Live should be at the centre of your sales and marketing plan. I believe that exhibitions are an excellent way of engaging people you know, people you don't know, and people you would love to know.